Hey, YouTube. All right, I'm gonna wait until. Go ahead and hit the likes button. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I'll begin in a few minutes. How y'all doing this evening? I'm just eating some sunflower seeds. Yay, you got your check yesterday. Goody. You must be in that, you must have filed your tax return the first week when IRS was accepting tax returns. So if you filed your tax return sometime in March, when did you file yours, Romeo? March? Around February, probably? Because if you filed yours during the beginning of the tax season, yep. If you filed your return when they first opened or first started filing, which would be February, then those who filed or around that time is the first wave of people who will be getting their return. So, but like I said, the more earlier tax returns filed in February, because they didn't pass the law until it will be a month tomorrow, not tomorrow, Friday, since it was passed. So that's about right. So I'm not going to be on here long. So I just wanted to give some updates because it seems to me that every day, you talk about that nasty Starbucks. I don't know. I'm not interested in Starbucks. I don't drink coffee. And Starbucks been around, so I wouldn't think so. You can't buy this. I don't know. I don't have no stake into Starbucks or interest in Starbucks and their stock. To me, it could only go as high as it could go. It's been around. It's not like it's a Starbucks is one of those new startup companies that came about. They've been around for too long. I wouldn't be worried about individual type of stocks. To me, you have to look into up and coming companies. That's like me trying to say, oh, let me go ahead and invest in Apple. Mm-mm. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. If you can't lock down people within a couple of 3 weeks and tell them to stay home and they need to stay home, to me, it seems like people still going about their business. Only reason why it's not crowded because a lot of people work from home. So when you have a lot of people and schools are closing, traffic is nowhere busy because of that. But in terms of people being on lockdown, because a lot of people work from home, you're not really going anywhere. A lot of things are closed. Restaurants, movies, The only thing that's open is grocery stores and fast food places, at least here in Atlanta. Everything else is closed. So where is there to go? No, it's not even hot in Atlanta to turn on no air conditioner. It's too cool. The weather's not even permitting that to be for it to be turning on the air conditioner. It's not even summer. There ain't nowhere close to being summer. So that's not even the case either. So, but anyway, so let me make this video. Let me tell you, I just got to reading that if you owe third-party collection companies like private student loans, child support, even some private debt collectors who has access to your bank account, that a lot of people's stimulus checks are going to be collected by debt collectors. And unfortunately, part of the bill was written did not give any exclusions that a debt collector who has access to your bank account could actually take your stimulus check. So if your bank account has a lien and they have what's your source? Oh, you ain't gotta. You wanna know what? Go to any website. The Wall Street Journal, Barron's, Fortune. That's my source, and that's not no fake news. It was online when I just read it. So that's where it was. And there's nothing. And Jody Khan, just hit the like button. If y'all come in the room, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, and subscribe. So, unfortunately, the advice that was given is that if you better check with your bank and see if there was anything pending onto your bank account of any type of debt collector. But if you ain't got nothing to worry about, then don't worry about it. People know they got debt collectors accessing their bank account. You know, I'm just telling you what I just read. So, and there's nothing in the laws that was written that accounted for that. Your federal loan debt, if you owe the IRS, they're not going to apply that stimulus check to your IRS debt. But if you owe another agency, they may be entitled to it. So I'm just telling y'all. So, and you can't really call the IRS to check if there's a debt indicator. But if you have any issues of owing the state student loans, federal student loans, child support, it's going to be garnished. Now, the best thing to do is, and it might be hard, is to contact whomever you owe, if you owe any of those type of debts, is to see if you could negotiate or put a hold on those debts from those debt being snatched. That's debt being snatched away. So, well, you don't have to see it anywhere. You just read it. That's all you got to do. Just the same way that I did it, you can do it too. See, a lot of people, they don't go beyond Google. And even if you go in Google, there are primary sources that will list where you're reading from. So that's the source. And if you go to like CNN and ABC News, Wall Street Journal, they all will start, when they start writing, or if you go online and you read it, those sources are then verified for when they write it. They don't just write it just to be randomly writing it. So I'm just letting you know. They even go to whitehouse.gov, pull up the Stimulus Act or the CARE Act, and you can read it. You know, so, but like I said, if you're one of those people who filed early in the year, stimulus check started rolling out today. Some people said they got it yesterday. What's today? 15th. So it started rolling out. So if you filed like me, I filed my tax return last week. So I probably get it. Let me see, February, March, probably about a month. If it's, it'll probably be the next couple of weeks. Now, let me see, what other things that I need to mention? Oh, another thing is that if you didn't provide bank account information and you need to update your bank account information versus getting it through a check, you could go to irs.gov and you could update and provide your banking information for direct deposit. Otherwise, you can also check the status of your stimulus or when you think you're going to expect to receive it, and it'll give you some information as to when or the time frame you will expect to get your check. Now, some people use Chime, Chime, and according to an email that I received from Chime, I don't have a bank account with Chime, but I guess I must have applied for a Chime card, but I never put nothing in it. If you use any of those prepaid services like Chime, there's some others. I just know Chime. If you use those type of bank accounts to get your money to be direct deposit in those accounts, according to them, let me see if I still got it. I'm gonna read it. It said that it may take up to, let me go and read it. Let me see where that thing is at. Basically, I know they said it's going to be a wait, that they're going to have it deposited, but then you have to wait to receive the money to be processed. And then if it's for those who filed a return, married filing joint, and when you get the check, it said both parties have to endorse the check, and then they're going to take 5 days or so for them to process the check if you go through that route. So even though you may have your money, you may have to wait in terms of how these banks process those checks when you work with those type of when you have those type of bank accounts. And I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like looking for it. So anyway, I didn't want it to be long on my videos tonight. So just want to come and give y'all that kind of news. And I don't know. I think that's about it. Nothing much going on in the world. I just know that once people started getting this money, I know it's not too much things you could do with the check because a lot of stuff is clothes and so I'm just gonna save my little. When I get it, I'm just gonna save it into my account, catch up on some bills, put a lot of it probably into my savings account, and just save it. Ain't no point spending it so quickly. Just pay some bills with it, then save most of it. That's what I'm gonna do. So, anywho, who else is on here? Go and get the likes up because I ain't gonna stay here too long. You got your check, Hardy? All right, and we spend it on foolishness. That's all I know. Because they trust me, $1,200, that could go real quick, depending on what you're spending it on. I know some people probably, behind in rent. So catch on with that. I know one thing I wouldn't do with it is that I'm not gonna I wouldn't buy no used looking car because that ain't gonna. Because one, don't try to say, "Oh, I could buy me a car." Don't use that money to put a down payment on no car because most of the time, if you in the market to buy a car, you don't need to put no money down. Don't let these car dealerships sucker people because I'm just waiting for the day when they're gonna have this. Oh, let's have a stimulus sale. They'll do anything to say it's a sale to grab your money just to buy a new car. And even if you're buying a used car, you don't need to put no money down on no car. You do not need to go to a dealership and put no money down on no car. That's not even necessary. So don't let them say, "Oh, don't be giving away information. Oh, I got my stimulus check." Or let them lure you and say, "Oh, have you filed your tax return yet? Have you filed marriage joint?" See, they'll ask you little questions and they determine, oh, this person's single and they probably got at least $1,200. This person said they filed married joint, so they got 2,400, and they start asking me little sneaky little questions and trying to find out about your status, like, oh, do you have any kids? And then people start talking. Oh, I got two kids. They 12 and 13. See, they already know. They already got in their mind that person got $2,400 plus $1,000 for the two kids under 16. See, they already gonna know because if you make 99,000 a year beyond the income level, you ain't worried about getting no stimulus check. Because one, if you make too much money and you wanting to buy a big purchase like a car, they not gonna too much worry about them trying to figure out what they're gonna get from you. They're gonna go for that person who appears desperate and, oh, I need to get a car, and they'll try to calculate your money, and then you ain't gonna realize you're giving them information just for them to calculate that stimulus. I'm telling you, those car dealerships, they're gonna have it. They're gonna be luring people with that. So don't do that. Don't buy no car. Do not use that stimulus money to put as a down payment on no car. Even the person with the worst kind of credit could walk into a place and get a car and don't have to put none of that money down. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't even do it. I've never, and all the cars I've owned, a Mazda, the Kia Optima, the Corolla, I've owned 3 cars in my lifetime, and I ain't put not one nickel down on that car dealership. None. Zero. Even when my first car, my credit was not that good, and I went and bought me a car from Buckhead Auto. It was 0% interest. They didn't charge me no interest, and I just had to pay whatever each month for that car until it got totaled when I was on 285, and then I got my um, money back, and the insurance company paid off the car. And then when I bought my Corolla, the one I'm driving now, 2002, when I bought it in 2001, I didn't put no money down on that car, and on that 2013 Kia Optima, I didn't put no money down. So don't let no one tell you, oh, you got to put money down. No, you do not. These car dealerships, I'm quite sure they are desperate to sell a car. So you can walk into, and they got all this inventory they need to push. See, the beginning of the year, before this thing came about, you would have um, came across a whole lot of advertisements about come get a car. You would have heard about it, but it's because now this corona going on, they don't want people to walk up to the dealership and I want to speak to someone, so they keeping their little distance. You know what? I always wondered about when they want to service cars, how they doing it. They probably be real cautious about how many people could be sitting in the lobby, sitting in the waiting room, waiting to get service. So they probably, um, I'm quite sure they probably had a lot of layoffs or sales weren't going as great. People weren't out buying cars, so they don't really need to hire or keep a lot of people at the dealership. They probably kept just enough people to do just enough work because if people are staying home, they're not driving, they're not putting a lot of miles on the car. So going to get your oil done or things like that, it doesn't require a whole lot. Because a lot of people is home, 8 hours of the day is work hours. So they're not driving, they home. And then most restaurants, malls, and shops and stores are closed. So you're not, schools, they close. So you're not driving anywhere, you know. So you don't have to really get as much, you're not putting much wear and tear in your car. But if you didn't have a car and businesses are closed, stores are closed, shops are closed, supermarket closed at 9 o'clock, Walmart closed at 9, Kroger's at 9, Publix, where are you going? You ain't going nowhere. You're not really doing much. We're going to go ahead and, well, you need to show your freaking face and don't be worrying about me. So let's go ahead and remove you, report you. Goodbye. What about that? So anyway, so that's my thought. But I'm glad people are getting their stimulus check. It was much earlier. It was 2 weeks earlier than I said it was going to start processing, which would have been the end of April, but 2 weeks. I'm 2 weeks off, so that's good. But anyway, I ain't gonna be here too long. It's cold and it's chilly. I don't know why it's gonna not warm up anytime soon. My little poor garden, well, not garden. I'm trying to do a vegetable garden, but this weather is too cool and too cold during the day. My little seedlings are not sprouting up like it used to or it needs to be. But I guess I ain't gonna complain too much because before you know it, it's gonna be 90 degrees and it's gonna be hot. And then I'm gonna be like, boy, I wish it was cool down. All right, y'all. I ain't gonna stay too long. And glad y'all got the stimulus. I just have to wait to see when I get mine. But it'll probably be the end of the month. It's just cooled down. It's been warm. Where you at, Jody Con? Cause I don't know what you're talking about. It's felt chilly to me. This is during the day. It has not been hot or anything. It hasn't been 80 degrees. Because even if it gets to be 80, it'll feel a little bit. Douglasville. I'm right here in Georgia then. I don't know what cool means. Maybe it's me. I don't know. I'm at home most of the day. Like Monday, like Sunday through Thursday, I'm pretty much in the house. I may go up the street to do whatever, and that's it. But to me, it's kind of cool. But anywho, go ahead, hit the thumbs up, cause oh my goodness, look who came in. I'm about to leave. Here you come. I'm doing good. Just going, giving my little advice on things. Colette 85, are you still doing Instacart and food deliveries? It's been a minute. Hmm. Yeah, I don't do none of those things anymore. I have me a new gig going on, but last time we spoke, you were doing I know. Everybody's still trying to be doing this hustling with food. Oh, put you on a new gig. All right, send me an email. Send me an email because I don't know what happened. Let's put these sunflowers. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I had your email before, but yeah, send me an email and I'll tell you about it in the email. But basically, like I said, um, oh, you still in Orlando? Yeah, email me. But I work from home. Yeah, tourism is gone. I work from home, and I also got me another work from home job that I'm supposed to start. Hopefully, I start Saturday. Is with NextRep. Let me put it in the website. NextRep. Uh, uh, I'm an independent contractor with that company. I will be starting this Saturday. I'll get the email because I just finished doing my 10 W2, not W2, W4. And, of course I had to pay for a background check. But I know, 70, what? I ain't read that. 77. I knew they were going to furlough people from Disney. I know that Uberman Tampa, his husband, he worked for Disney. So you could imagine he does Uber. Well, he does Uber Eats, and he was doing Uber. No, I didn't get my check yet. I'm gonna check online and see, but like I said, I ain't trying to rush to get it. I like to see what I can do. I like to stash my money. If I get anything extra that I normally don't get from a regular paycheck or hustling, I tend to save those. I kind of save that kind of money for later down the road. No, you don't have to pay that money back. See, Callis, you missed all my commentary. You need to come back regularly. Well, I just started coming back on YouTube, so you don't have to pay that back. That's not that stimulus check. You don't pay back. They can't change the code. The previous stimulus checks in the past has never been paid back. You know that. I worked at the IRS for over 10 years. That money is not paid back. You're going to pay that money back in some other form of fashion with those high taxes they're going to probably implement and these high fees that's going to be coming out of nowhere. It's going to be paid back that way. But in terms of, paying, that's not, you don't have to pay a stimulus. That's not money that's considered taxable income. But I can assure you, when you think about it, the new tax code that changed under Trump, how they started cutting back on a lot of things, so they're going to be cutting back on a whole lot of other stuff too. One of the major changes that I know that I felt this year alone was I used to be able to claim my mortgage and things like that. Now, on the Schedule A, I didn't had enough deductions of my standard deduction of $12,000 to claim my mortgage and all these other taxes that I paid and property taxes and things like that, like I used to. So I used to be able to have $15,000 worth of deductions rather than me taking the standard deductions for the last 10 years. Now, this is the first year that I didn't have to. I couldn't claim all those credits because the standard deduction was higher than my regular deduction. But I'm quite sure if I had really took my time and found more deductions, I probably would have took it. Yeah, I'm still in Georgia. Don't be too quick to be moving to Georgia because I've been looking at videos on tiny houses and I'm 51. Callis, you've been with me for 4 years. Y'all been with me about going on 4 years now. And I'm seriously thinking about the next 5 years or so because I will be, dang, in 3 years, I'll be 55. I'll be 55. Yeah, I'm still young, but not being. I remember when I was 20. When I was 30, 40. Yeah, they say that. They say that 55 is the new 45. But, when you say 55, 5 years, 60, then I could start not thinking about retirement because I'm thinking about it now. Then, it gets to a point where you're like, I only have so many working years remaining. That's why I said these new people, not new people, these millennials, and it's not even millennials anymore because millennials are in the 30s. Uh, it's not all that great. I can tell you that. It's still low paying, of course. Yeah, it's a lot of jobs, but every time, but all these lot of jobs are not paying anything. And it seems to me, the the older you are, the harder it is to find a job because they want to pay 11, $12 an hour. I know. That's why I want to move into a tiny house because I literally this room right here. This is the second. This is the master bedroom, which you don't have the bedroom bed anymore because the mattress got thrown out. So I just kept the bed things up against the wall rather than putting in the garage. So this is my second office. My other office where y'all usually see me on the video screen is my other computer in there because I work from home and they gave me a computer to work from home for this company I work with. So it was closer to the cable box and hooked up to the Ethernet. This one is hooked up to wireless. It's the wireless that's used. So I'm claiming 2 rooms out of this 4-bedroom house as my office for my office expense next year. Um, so I literally just sleep in my other room and I just, look at my YouTube channels and eat upstairs. I'm eating now. I'm eating some sunflower seeds. I don't even go downstairs. I don't even sit in my living room because I don't have any TV downstairs anymore. The TV's up here. I don't have cable. I tried renting out rooms, and when I put an ad on Craigslist to rent out the rooms, I get these responses. I need to move tomorrow. I'm moving to Atlanta. I ain't got no job, but I could do Uber. Hell no. Hell to the no, no, no. Now with this coronavirus coming on, you think I'm gonna have a stranger coming here? Nope. No, no. My uncle, who owes me a substantial amount of money, he wanted to move to Atlanta. And he said, "Oh, I can help you out." And da 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 da. No, I'm helping you. You're not really helping me. But he's still gonna get. If he ever decides he's gonna move to Atlanta, I'll charge him about $600 to cover utilities, water, gas. Part of the mortgage. You know, but he never came back and mentioned it to me again. But I know he's in you like Marietta? I used to live in Marietta. Marietta has changed a lot depending on where Marietta you live, but it ain't like what it used to be. I can tell you that. Marietta got kind of a little bit ghetto-ish. All those black folks and Mexicans moved up there. The new homes, mostly in more closer to downtown Atlanta. Yeah, downtown Atlanta and in those inner cities, not inner cities, those inner neighborhoods. They're building up all over the place. But let me tell you about that though. I was driving downtown to do one of my assignments. All the construction stopped. No, the suburbs, it depends how far out you are. The further you out you are, the more black folks are in there and Mexicans and other people. All the white folks move in town, gentrified the area, gentrification basically. Um, had these $400,000-$500,000 homes, $1 million homes in town. Y'all see that's why I want my 1,000 subscribers so I can start showing y'all the areas again. But those houses closer in the city, those $1 million pet townhomes and luxury looking apartments, that costs $2,300 a month in rent. It's nice because I also do mystery shopping for apartments. I was doing that for a minute. I was making an extra $200-300 a month just to go apartments, just to go into apartments and write the report at the end of the day. Yeah, it was like apartments near Pond City Marketplace near the Whole Foods, and that area used to be shot. It used to be back in the 90s when I first moved here. I was like, ugh. Now it's like those things are 500,000, 700,000, and this was when the market just started to change and come back up. It's overinflated. Now with this, before this coronas, I don't want to say the word because my videos tend to get flagged. This thing has really stopped construction, and they already said a recession was coming before this virus. They was anticipating the market was gonna go down. So it started to take a dip, and they didn't know it was gonna come in 2000, 2001, but they said it was coming. But now with this Corona thing going on, and all these restaurants closed, businesses closed, uh, oh goodness. Oh. Now if I was outside and start sneezing, people would have ran to the hills. Oh goodness. Dang. Now gotta sneeze one more time. Now people getting laid off. Um, that $2.1 trillion stimulus that just caused a major dent. Good grief. Oh, excuse me. Now that stimulus, even though even though it's supposed to, revitalize the economy, and they're hoping people will go out and spend. See, that's why Trump wants these businesses to be open, and he wants to take over and decide when people are going to go back to work and when business is going to open back as normal. Because they know that if you keep the economy closed and they're giving out that $1 trillion of stimulus money, they don't want people to sit on that money and not spend it. They want these businesses open so people can spend the money. That's what the gross national product. Trump don't need no damn money. He need to get out of. All right, got 80, y'all. I need 3 more thumbs. So he needs the economy to be open so people could spend that money and put that money back in the economy for the gross national product. Because right now, when people are not spending money, they're not buying cars, they're not buying houses, they're not buying, they're buying groceries and stuff, but um if people are not spending any money, you're not um you're not bringing up the gross national product, so you need to have people working again and building again and spending money. That's just the way it is. So you can't collect any more money on the taxes because that noise. You can't collect any more money on the taxes because nobody's not spending nothing. You know, All these only people who's making money right now is this Kroger, Publix, supermarkets. I heard something. I read something that they said they may have to do another stimulus, but mm, I don't know. I heard they say they might. It depends on what happens. If things ain't going back to normal either. If they if this thing doesn't turn around and you open up businesses too early and then you trigger more deaths, 2K a month. That would be nice, but I don't know. I don't know. mm I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt it. I think if you really want to help people, maybe pay off some debts. Say if you got student loans, we'll dismiss it if you just wipe out those federal student loan debts like they bailed out the banks and maybe offer free 2-year college for people. No, I ain't heard nobody do no tours of Tyler Perry Studios. I doubt they'll do it now. Ain't nobody could go in there and do no tours. He just built that studio early in the year, so it ain't been out that long to start. I heard they were talking about they're gonna start doing studio tours around January or February, but mm-mm, I'll wait. Maybe I could find me a job at Tyler Perry Studios. Oh goodness, I just swallowed a sunflower seed. About the dang choke. I don't know. We'll see. But what was I saying? I was saying something. Oh, the only people making money is supermarkets. Um, I want to say the online, maybe the only ones who really making money. I mean, stores are making money, but the ones who's not making money is basically the restaurants. Even if they are open, drive through only, ain't nobody gonna be waiting in some long ass line to get some fast food to get some fast food. Even though they have the app, you can order it through the app and have it picked up and all that kind of stuff. You know, you may do that for a couple times. I haven't been to Chick-fil-A. I've been to Chick-fil-A last week or whatever, but I wasn't going to Chick-fil-A like I used to. I will not be going to no Chick-fil-A waiting through no drive-through. I may try to go to Chick-fil-A if I wanted to get something for Chick-fil-A. I said, okay, let me go here around this certain time of day. It may not be as many cars, but and even when I be driving, going back home from wherever, if I'm going to the store up the street, I look at Taco Bell, the McDonald's, Wendy's, and Hardee's, and all those places. Chick-fil-A still got a pretty good flow of cars, but they fast though. That's one thing I'm gonna say for sure. Chick-fil-A is sufficient and efficient when it comes to going to the drive-through, and they not that bad. McDonald's, if I say I want something from McDonald's one day, I always gotta ask them. I want these fries are cold or these fries are soggy. And it's not like it's not bad, but if it ain't hot like I want it to be, I'll tell them. I said, can you give me some more? Give me something different. I do curbside. That is what I'm talking about. You can't do indoors. That is curbside. But I don't see a lot of people at these restaurants on curbside. I look, I see cars, maybe leaving. They may be doing a delivery, but how much? I don't care what you say. Uber Eats and Grubhub, you have to have a minimum of at least $15. Who's gonna spend $15 in one shot for McDonald's? Not me. $15. They're crazy. Yeah, but some restaurants they now have a drive-through. I've seen some have curbside only, but they with a big ass sign, curbside. Ain't nobody really. I mean, it depends. Now, I did go to this place off of Moreland Avenue that was pretty good, and it was they always had outdoor pickup and little benches and stuff outside. Now, what was that name place? It's on Moreland Avenue. It was pretty good. I have to tell y'all tomorrow. I can't think of the name. Let me see. I have to think of it right now. So some places always had, walk up to a window, order food. I ain't talking about no checkers either. Um, some places it's still being pretty steady in regards to service, so they ain't really losing no money. The ones who losing money is the ones who tends to have more like a lot of bars and restaurants and stuff. They're the ones who's really losing money. Yeah, not no Sonics. I have never ate at Sonics before. If I ate at Sonics, it might have been one time ever in life. Oh, Hattie's, Miss Hattie's. It's on Moreland Avenue, and I went there for the first time after passing this place a few times. And I used to do food deliveries, and it was the best fried chicken meal that I've ever purchased. It was like $10, but it was like, it gave me like two chicken breasts, but it had like the wing attached to it. So I don't know. And it had like this um baked beans, and I don't know what kind of place that I could say this was. This was like I don't want to say fast food, but it was like a place. It was off of Moreland Avenue, and they had the best fried chicken, and they had like different things too. But it was always crowded. Even before this virus, people be lined up, because no, they ain't had no dang walk up window. It was like a little small place. One day I'm gonna have to take a feel of it. I think I'm gonna try to eat there once a month and just go there just to order something. That's how good it was. And I had baked beans. It was kind of sweet, and I still got it. I bought it on Sunday. And then I had was it coleslaw? Coleslaw. And no, it was red potato salad. It was potato salad, but it was red potato salad. I didn't really too much care for the potato salad, but I mean, it wasn't like a regular white potato, so it was red potato, but it was pretty good. I took this little sample. It depends where you go. Matter of fact, there's a new barbecue place called Dickie's that opened up on my side of town. I saw that place in Buford. I heard their barbecue was good. I went and picked up food for Grubhub about a couple summers ago, and I went in there and it looked good. But yeah, there's a couple of places for barbecue places that I used to go to. Fat Max, and there was another one in Kirkland Avenue. What's the name of these places? I can't remember the name. There's been a couple of places I've gone to that's pretty good barbecue. Even some on the street. Remember that one I went to one time? It was on the street. They had like a food truck. Not a food truck. I don't want to say. And I like Mission. I think I've been there. I haven't ate there, but I picked up food from there. Yeah, there's some places that's pretty good for barbecue. And like I said, there's some places I've gone to. It wasn't even it was just like a person who had like a big old pit, and they would be in a parking lot somewhere, and they would have barbecue. That was good. I've came across two people. No, one place he used to be at and had barbecue. It was pretty good, but it wasn't no name brand restaurant or anything. It was just someone who had like a barbecue pit truck, and it'd be right out there somewhere. And that's like finding good watermelon on the street with a person with a truck. Now that was, ooh, I couldn't find a good watermelon to save my life for the last couple of summers. But barbecue and watermelon goes hand in hand. Yeah, people in Atlanta, they're a mess. I can tell you that. They think they got something and they don't. That is so true. That is so true. That's why I'm not really crazy about Atlanta. I lived in Atlanta just as long as I've lived in New York. I've lived just as equally, just a little bit longer. I lived in Atlanta more than I lived in any other than my other original city. Yeah, boastful ain't the word. Trust me, that ain't the word that I'm thinking of. That is not even close to the word. See, I wasn't supposed to be on here for no hour. I've been on here for almost 57 minutes. I don't know why either. Go back on my video when I used to talk about going to the Lenox Mall and what I used to bump into with those flaming ass FGs. Yeah, and half the time, anywho, that's a whole new story. All right, it's none of y'all in here. I only got 5 thumbs up, so go ahead and hit the thumbs. Let me go 9 for 9. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't, because I need to get 1,000 subscribers. I've been stuck on this thing 698. Exactly. Ain't got nothing to show for, but they walk around like they think they all that. This is sickening. All right, I'm gonna be on here for about 3 more minutes, and then after that, I'm going to bed. I gotta get up in the afternoon. Well, trainings tomorrow. That's going pretty good. We moving along. I could tell you that. I can't tell you the company that I work with, but so far the training is pretty good. And then I'm gonna start my new gig. I don't know. And they wear that fake. And people who don't be rolling patrolling about my hair, because it's all real. All real. They be wishing they could have my hair that could be curly like this. You know? People be, ooh, oh, no drama at work. Let me tell you, for the last 2, 3 years, with all those companies I used to work with, I used to tell y'all about, Wipro and CGS and T Tech. It is a whole new ways of training. Even though I'm working from home, it's I could tell that if it was like a regular brick and mortar building and the way they handle business, it probably be nowhere close to that ratchetness that I used to deal with. So it's a whole lot better. And not because I'm working from home. It's just like they seem to care more about the people and about the employees that they have. That's one thing. As long as you do your job and you know, and the client that they have that I'm working with, trust and believe I'm not going to mess this up. No way close. The only way how I won't be there anymore is if I don't pass that last training. Um, if I don't pass the training, but I'm not even going to worry about it because, hey, Kim King. How's it going up in New York? Because I know y'all, New York had it rough with that corona going on. Oof. My aunt had in the Bronx. She was admitted in the hospital 2 weeks ago with the corona. They had I don't but she's out now, so everything is good. Thank God. Because it was kind of I don't know what hospital she went to or wherever in the Bronx. I would say Barnabas or something. Because they live up in that um in New Rochelle, up in that area, in that part of the Bronx. Yeah. My aunt, she's doing well. But I don't know. I just hope I like the way the governor of New York is handling the whole situation. He should be running for president. Let me tell you. Now that's presidential right there. I could assure you. I know. You stay safe. That's every all y'all stay safe. All of us. All of us need to stay safe. That's why I don't think they need to that's why I don't think they need to be so quick to so-called open up things so early. I like the way how that governor, how he stood up. Even his daddy, when he was the governor, Mario Cuomo, even how they handle things. People like to say, "Oh, New York is the epicenter of the disease." Da, da, da. No, it's because it's so many people that's so condensed. That's why. But it could have been worse. It could have been worse. I could tell you, but I don't care. Trump and his administration, they've been told him about this, but he ignored it, and it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out soon enough. All that thing is gonna leak out. That little Russian thing, voting interference, that ain't nothing compared to what's gonna happen when and the true story comes out about what they knew. Because let me tell you, just because you're the president, that don't mean they not looking at you. They have to look at the president because you're only in office for 4 years or 8. They're not gonna give no access to everything like that. Yep. I bet you if Governor Cuomo was to be on Biden ticket as a vice president, oh, you could forget it. Biden Cuomo, I should do a dang petition. Have him get the governor of New York to run as his running mate as vice president. If they put them two together, mm-mm. Oh yeah. I would assure you that's what I would do. I would have that two tickets together. Trump could forget it. Trump could forget it. Cuomo has been, he got that recognition. Everybody probably heard about him. And I pray for his brother. His brother got it. Got it. The one who's on the other brother, Cuomo, he was on the he's the not NBC. What's one of those major networks? CNN, one of them. Oh, trust me, he could be lured. He could be lured. Chris, yep, that's it. Chris Cuomo. He's still not feeling well and can't get that fever down. So I pray that he gets well. I hope he gets well. I still think Cuomo should run for vice president. Oh, mm, I hope he goes well. I don't think they need to. I just think they need to do a major shutdown until whenever. I don't know. I don't think you should be rushing it. I'm not that desperate to go to no restaurant, and I'm not that desperate to go to no park. If I want to go walking, I'll walk right up and down this dang street. I ain't never seen so many people in my subdivision walking up and down this street. I've lived in this for almost 10, 11 years now. I see a couple people walking here and there, but the same neighbor across the street and, walking the dog. But I ain't never seen as many people walking up and down these streets like they used to. I ain't saying like a whole crowd of people, but people who I ain't never seen so many white folks walking up and down the street. Where's white people coming from? Well, yeah, you'd be surprised. So I ain't got no problems walking up and down no street in the subdivision. I was doing that in the beginning. I was walking around my neighborhood and stuff, walking the street, watching the trees and things like that. And what? They got the virus too? You know that basketball player, Anthony Towns, his mother passed away Sunday. Him and his father had it. I don't know if y'all know anything about basketball, but he plays for the Minnesota Timberwolves. His mother passed away. She was 63. The father had it, but he got well. So, and I know I don't need to be around nobody because I'm diabetic and I'm still trying to hold on just for my insurance to kick in. No, I don't have any masks. I have found me some dang handkerchiefs, bandanas. I washed them, and but I don't go anywhere. I mean, I go places, but not really go. I don't. I go somewhere, but I'm going there, standing, 20 feet away from whomever. So one time last week, I felt kind of sick when I went outside, but I realized, you know what? That's nothing but my damn iron probably be low, and then my feet be killing me. Like I have tingling in my feet because I am diabetic. So I haven't been able to buy any medicine for my diabetes. So I try to move around as much as I can, and I'm trying to hold out just a couple more months so until my insurance kick in, and then I could go to the doctor. And I'm quite sure my sugar's probably. Do y'all get fines for wearing? No, Besides, I can't even find a mask. They want you to make one, but the little cheapy regular things that's not protecting you. That does not protect you. I think if you stay home in your own confines, because all I'm doing is get in the car, going about my little business, staying way far away from people, get what I need to get, and go on home. So I'm not really around people like that. I'm not in around no big places where I'm up on people like that. Because when I do my little merchandising job stuff, I'm not really standing near people. I'm just walking, just keep on going. So it really isn't. If other people wear masks and then they got that little screen, that little glass thing when you go to the supermarket now, when you go to Publix and Kroger, they got this plastic glass covering you and the other person. I'm like, where the hell that glass came from? All this, see, that's what I be wondering. All this time, they may not have no glass. All of a sudden, you see these plexiglasses up on the next in the front of the registers. Where that come from? Well, they they always had it, you know. Well, I've seen things that people had scarves. I'm like, why are you wearing a winter scarf? You know, I guess it's better than nothing, but like I said, I'm not outside as much anymore. But I'll get my handkerchiefs, my what you call it, bandanas, and start to do it. All right, y'all. So it's over an hour and 12 minutes. So I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Go ahead and hit the likes up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow and see what other new things are going on. So y'all have a good night, Kim, Colossus. Romeo, Dorian, and who else is on here? I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all stay safe. And I'll say good night. If y'all want to know about anything else, I'll bring it up tomorrow. So talk to y'all later. Bye.